Good afternoon, wrestling fans. Welcome back to the channel. The weekend's already started in my eyes. Mid-afternoon on a Friday. The weekend's here, and I thought I'd kick off with a couple of selections. The first one's running pretty soon once this video gets out, so make sure to get on quickly if you are interested in having a bet. And it comes in the 1 o'clock at Newbury. It's actually the first race in UK on the Friday, and I think although the favourite is pretty solid at 11 to 10, I'm going to take him on. It was a very good second at Newmarket behind Victory Dance, who has found this form since when running second in a Group 2 behind Isaac Shelby. I think Victory Dance wants soft ground, to be honest. I think he's going to be a monster in the future, but I think Boisson definitely does set the standard. Frankie Dettori takes the ride. He's tough to beat, but at even money, you just think there's so much potential in some of these horses in behind that it might be worth taking him on, even though he does set a pretty decent standard. And the one that I'm going to be taking the favourite one on is 50 to 1 in the market, Redcliffe Glen, who I think he does have a pretty good chance. His bred out of Glen Eagles, was expensive as a yearling, costing 75,000 guineas, and you think Clive Cox, Adam Kirby, they always team up for 2-year-olds. The trainer has an 18% strike rate with juveniles this season. Although it is a pretty hot contest, I think this horse might know enough first time out to outrun his odds of 50 to 1. There's been plenty of 2-year-old winners in the family as well, which always is a positive sign. John Stallfeet, 14, out on a wing, probably isn't ideal, to be honest. You hope Adam Kirby can get this horse and cover early on and give him at least an educational ride and hopefully be finishing fast enough, but definitely want to keep an eye on at 50 to 1. Might be one for the each way extra markets, maybe a little bit more, just because it's such a hot contest. He might struggle to finish in the first 3 or 4 places. Some bookies are going 4 places, but worth keeping an eye on. It's just me putting him out there because I'd be gutted if he wins at 50 to 1 and no one gets on. So he's definitely worth watching, or maybe a few pence as well. My best bet of the day though comes about 6 hours later, 7:54, Pontefract 1 mile 2, class 5, £7,000 up for grabs, and the favourite Denza Della Luna should be winning this one. I'm pretty confident. She might be well handicapped off a mark of 68. It was a handicap debut last time out at Foss. Last stepped up to 1 mile 2 for the first time, missed the kick under Richard King's skirt, couldn't employ her customary front running tactics, but finished fast enough under a nice ride from Richard King's skirt. I think he knew he was never going to win on her. Wasn't the toughest, just hands and heels in the final furlong, but she passed about 4 horses later home, finished fastest of all, and that was a pretty strong race, to be honest, against all the horses as well. You sometimes think these 3-year-olds might struggle early on in the 3-year-old career against the older horses. That wasn't a case. Drops back to a race for 3-year-olds only this time. Should find it a little bit easier, and I don't think there's anything well handicapped in this race. I think she's the only one that could potentially be ahead of a mark. The Mark Johnson horse Superstars has dropped down from a mark of 75 to 70, but just seems to be going the wrong way at the minute. There wasn't much to be excited about last time at Nottingham, and I think the same can be expected again. It's only been 13 days since that horse has last run, so I don't see a big turn up, or I think the favourite could be open to improvement. Lewis Edmonds banged in a nice 4 to 1 winner yesterday as well, so he's a jockey in form, worth following, and would be my nap of the day at 11 to 8. In the 8:54, top and tailing the card, I think Kevin Stott has a decent chance in the first race, and I think he's got a very, very good chance in the last one as well at 11 to 4, Rambuso Creek. Now, they did a jockey cam at Beverley when this horse last ran. It was of Cam Hardy, who got locked away on the inside, but the horse was going nowhere, and you could see on the left hand side Rambuso Creek came up, had absolutely no room at all, and finished on the heels of the leader Ventura Express, just beaten over a length. The jockey, it wasn't a bad ride, he just had nowhere to go. It's not always a bad ride from the jockey where he's just unlucky at the end of the day. That was off a mark of 79, £1 higher today, and he also reopposes Ventura Express, who actually beat Gambuso Creek last time, but is 8-1 in the market compared to Gambuso Creek being 11-4. I think that shows punters know how unlucky Gambuso Creek was. I tend to agree with punters in general as well. 3-year-old, open to improvement. He's ran at Pontefract before. He kind of did bum out when favourite at 5-4. Maybe that was the soft ground, but he finished a very good second at Pontefract on debut, so the track isn't an issue. I think the favourite Gathenfar is one that's definitely going the right way. The headgear does seem to work, but another £6, you just think this is him up to probably a career high mark of technically 89 if you take into account the £6 penalty. He's got to give a stone away to Gambuso Creek, who's a young horse going the right way, and at the prices I think Gathenfar at 11-4, Gambuso Creek at 11-4, much bigger price. I think he's definitely the one to side with, so that'll hopefully be finishing off a pretty decent day. The trio of selections just for today, we'll have plenty more coming for Saturday as well, so make sure to like, subscribe, comment on who think your best bet of the day is, and thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you for a big day on Saturday very soon.